Hey guys, welcome back to Six Cars. Yes, it is freezing cold outside, lots of snow on the ground here in Toronto. However, we are staying inside today. This is Media Day, the opening of the Canadian International Auto Show. Yeah, you guys are gonna see there's a ton of crazy cars here. So we're gonna get a lot of content, a lot of videos. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit that big red button, subscribe, leave your likes and your comments. It means a lot. Really helps the channel, guys. But yeah, let's just get right into it. I can't wait to show you guys all the insane stuff that's waiting in the auto show. So let's flip the camera around and get at it. Okay, so lucky for us, there is a presentation going on over there with Richard Hammond and a few others. So we do get a clear look at some Paganis. You've got a purple Wire Roadster. If you guys recognize this, it was at Drive Festival at Motorsport, Canadian Tire Motorsport Park, whichever you'd like to call it. It still looks really good. You can see this car as many times as you want. A purple carbon Wire Roadster will never ever get old. Here is one of the original Wiras. Now, it does have the Tempesta package, which has the upgraded front fascia. So you got that front chin spoiler, but a full exposed carbon fiber body, unpainted like the purple one over here. But it is such a clean look. So the full carbon with the red interior, red brakes. I'll shift around to the back here. As mentioned, it's incredibly hard to find a non-Tempesta Wira these days. Everyone went for that upgrade package that sort of changed the front fascia and just made it a little more aggressive. I mean, can't really blame them. It does look pretty damn good. However, there's something about like just a clean stock, plain Wira that's very nice looking. It's the same sentiment with, well, I guess right here, the Zondas, but a lot of people go to these 760 conversions. Finding an actual standard like Zonda C12 or a Zonda S or an F for that matter, pretty rare these days. We'll get to that Zonda in a second though. But a couple of nice Wiras, and as you can see, just a couple other really special cars back there we're going to check out. Now, yes, obviously, how can we forget a Pagani Zonda? This is the Zonda R. Actually, a bit different. This is a Zonda R Liquid, so there are some special design cues on this one that make it unique. Of course, every Zonda is pretty unique, and guys like to use their own different names, but this is the Zonda R Liquid in the flesh. And if the Zonda R wasn't extreme enough already, there is some extra aero added to it, some little canards underneath the bigger ones there. You can see the shark fin at the back that is very similar to a Le Mans prototype, so see if we can get a better look at that. But this is pretty cool because it's full carbon, matches the Wira that we have over there, just unpainted, super raw. This is one of, I believe it's 15 customer Zonda Rs in the world, so pretty remarkable to get to see this up close at the auto show. So unfortunately, I think this is as close as we're going to get to the back at this very moment. But you can sort of see right there, my fingers pointing, the little split between the roof intake and that added shark fin. So that's how you can tell that, yes, the shark fin was not part of the original Zonda R that was added on afterwards. Another thing with the Liquid too is there's a little tiny rear wing underneath that big, massive wing that stretches over the back bumper. That is another cool addition of this very special one-off Zonda. Just an incredible looking car. It's really like a Batmobile, honestly. It never gets old seeing that. I've seen it a few times. Might be the first time on the channel. But obviously, as I mentioned, as soon as that presentation is over, we can get a better look. There is that SLR HDK over there that I have to show you guys. But just another clear look at that purple carbon Wire Roadster. Here's the crown jewel of the Pfaff booth, guys. Yes, it's a Mercedes SLR, but as you can see, it is not normal. This is the SLR HDK from MSO, McLaren Special Operations. HDK stands for High Downforce Kit. Obviously, as you can see, giant rear wing at the back, and there's a ton of changes made to this. Obviously, you can see this front chin spoiler in carbon fiber, the entire side blades cut open down the side. You can sort of see just down below the big side exit exhaust. Crazy looking car. They're only making 12 with this kit, so you gotta send it back to McLaren if you recognize that MSO distinction with the HDK kit. They also offered it for the F1, and then Lanzante, I believe, also made an HDK P1 recently as well. That is absolutely stunning. This blue pops so nicely. It just looks incredible. I think this is definitely the crown jewel of this auto show. Now, of course, with all of these added carbon fiber components, and remember, this is a 20-year-old car, so they didn't use carbon fiber as much back then. You can see, obviously, that new ventilated hood. There's a lot of weight savings on the HDK SLR. Now, this kit is also not for the faint of heart. It costs, I believe it's around 350,000 pounds, which was around the same price that the car costed from new when it first launched back in the early 2000s. So that should tell you that this is a pretty exclusive kit. Obviously, again, it's only one of 12 in the world, so pretty damn special, and only a select few are going to be able to enjoy the crazy SLR HDK. And we also have the new facelifted 720 as the 750S, so a slight power bump. Not really much changes to the appearance. The only thing that's really noticeable is down here, the front grille. Sort of did the Tesla Model 3 treatment where they didn't really use a grille at all in the front. You also have tiny little louvers over the front wheel arches, which are kind of cool. But beside the SLR HDK, this is obviously the crown jewel, as well as the 3 Paganis we looked at earlier. What a display. And yeah, there's McLarens, there's SLR HDKs, Paganis. Wow, we gotta show the Cybertruck, guys. It is what it is. Look at how redonkulous this thing is. A stainless steel fridge on wheels. I actually am still shocked that this is even road legal with the points at the front. It just kind of seems like a bit of a hazard. You do not want to get hit by these things. You know, the shocks are kind of cool. The wheels are just totally insane looking. It is a massive truck though, and it does look incredibly strange with the back covered up, like you can't actually see the bed. It's just it's a very bizarre looking car. That's don't really know what else to say. We all know about the panel gaps on this thing. Oh my goodness. And yes, it is bulletproof, we know that, but everything's just so thin. I mean, it's like paper thin almost. It's pretty ridiculous that it can stop a bullet, but there you go. Here's the Cybertruck. Okay, I will say the most interesting thing is probably that one giant wiper blade, which is absolutely massive for a massive windshield. I don't know, the headlight is kind of cool, I guess, but other than that, it's a really bizarre car. And it's one of those things where maybe it's going to grow on you when you see it in person. It's still not really doing it for me. I don't know. What do you guys think about the Cybertruck, though? I'm actually very curious. I've seen it a couple times now in person. First time I've actually really decided to go and film it, though. Yeah, stainless steel fridge, or a house at that point, on wheels. Dual wielding. Unbelievable. Auto show life, people. We do have Ferraris here at the auto show. Not new ones, but classics, and honestly, these are probably better anyway. So, starting things off with a 288 GTO. So, originally built for Group B racing before Group B was completely abolished. And then this really started the hypercar lineage for Ferrari, well, in the modern sense. Of course, then it was then followed up by that one behind it, the F40. But this really kickstarted that new hypercar lineage that is now known really as the Big Five, until something comes along to replace the LaFerrari. But then there's my personal favorite back there, the F40. I'm sure you guys have heard me say that many times, that this is by far my favorite Ferrari, but I will keep reminding you guys every time we do encounter one here on the channel. It just never gets old. Look at that silhouette. Just fantastic, but definitely shout out to the 288 GTO. And we have an Enzo tucked away in the back. How could we forget this bad boy right here? Obviously named after the founder. It's going to have to be a pretty damn good car, and the Enzo is a very good car. This design is just getting better and better every year. I don't know if people really appreciated this too much over the time, but I think it is just aging so well. Definitely some mixed reviews on the design, but I really don't get it at all. I think it looks absolutely incredible, and always good to see an Enzo. And then there's this really cool looking 365 GTB4 back here, the Daytona, of course, in a very dark red, one that I haven't really seen before. It's almost like a bit of brownish tint to it, I would say. So I don't think it's Rosso Rubino. I'm not even going to try and take a swing at this color choice, but kind of cool to see the wheels off, just exposing the old brakes. Very cool. My mistake, there is one new car here, the 296 Challenge. We've seen a 296 GT3 on the channel, the bare carbon fiber one, when it's freshly delivered off the truck. So the Challenge car, obviously not punching in the same weight class as the GT3, so a bit less aero. However, it does still have a trademark swan neck wing, which I will never get tired of seeing. I absolutely love that wing design. And I also love the design of the 296 in general. I think I've mentioned before that it kind of looks similar, or reminds me at least, of a 250 LM. And I think that is just a fantastic looking racing car. The body style definitely suits the track very well. And again, yeah, the front, not as aggressive aero as the GT3 car. However, it's clearly vastly improved over the road going counterpart. Just back out again, get a clear look at the 296 Challenge. Hey guys, so that was just the start of the Canadian International Auto Show. I must say, in the recent times that I have been to this show, this is probably the best that I have seen in terms of the quality of the cars. Of course, quantity too, there's a ton of brands and manufacturers here. But obviously we got a good look at Paganis, the SLR HDK, the classic Ferraris, and there's a lot more coming up after that too. So there's going to be a ton of vlogs to check out. So make sure you are subscribed, guys. Lots more coming up soon. See you next time.